I think the senior counsel,
through me,
with your indulgence, through the chair.
Through me.
Yeah, through the chair.
Just I'll give you an opportunity.
Okay.
That's why I went through the pains of going through the letter to EACC, and the last paragraph read, the agenda of the meeting will be to deliberate on the status of implementation of the committee's recommendations as contained in the report adopted by the Senate on 27th March 2025, and to consider the report on cases forwarded by your office concerning county executives and county assemblies to the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, but subsequently withdrawn for the period 2013 to date. I don't know where we are differing. Is it
we are different?
Is it semantics? Is it
but subsequently withdrawn for the period? Chair, you know, if you had agreed with me, we would have made progress with my colleagues. Because what I'm just saying is very simple application. That on part one, where the issues of withdrawal of cases by ODPP, it would be neater and more decent to have ODPP here so that they give us sufficient reason, because the role of EACC ends at the moment they forward the file to DPP for prosecution. So after that, they will only have the view when the matter is ongoing in court. So that is why I was thinking we can do part 2 and part 3. But when where ODPPs come, you are said we are not dying today, which I believe we are not, then we can come back and invite EACC and DPP to sit jointly. Then
before I give the CEO opportunity, before I give the CEO opportunity, you know, there's something that you're confusing me on. You are saying or indicating there is bad blood between the ODPP and EACC. And you are saying, again, it would have been neater if EACC and ODPP were here together, yet they are in bad blood. Would you get details of this meeting if the working relation is also good? Senator Wambua.
No, the blood can become good at some point.
Now, again, now we'll have to listen to us. Chair,
I'm always listening to you.
Both of you are talking about dying. You know, I don't know where that's coming from. Whether you die or you don't die, this committee will continue doing whatever it has to do. Chair, I think let us listen to the EACC. The simple reason, again, I will repeat, we chose who to invite, and we invited the EACC. We could have invited the EACC and the ODPP. We did not do that. So let's get the information. We have a lot of issues raised with the EACC on this report. So we want them to start making the presentation, then we'll take on them on their own report. I think let's listen to the EACC, Chair.
Yeah, and you know, really we forward these reports to EACC, and our counties and our people have been accusing us of inaction. That's so you call governors, you call assemblies, so what? But we've always told them we don't do investigation. We look at the reports, or we do our reports and forward them to EACC. Now we have invited EACC to come and tell us what they have done. Let's give them opportunity, members, for them to present their case or the responses. I think Senator will have to allow us to move on. So, CEO, go through the report.
Okay,
thank you. Maybe, as Senator Dula had suggested, you don't need to go through every case. Mm-hmm. You can look for a way of giving us an overview of what you're doing, and then we see how to progress.
Thank you, Chair. Let me say that the cases that we are presenting that were withdrawn are cases that are in public domain. They are in court. Cases that we are talking about here are not cases that are secret. These are cases that the DPP gave consent to prosecute. He charged people in court and later went to withdraw. So there is no secrecy about that. And I want to assure the Honorable for Nandi County that there is no bad blood between ODPP and EACC, because we serve the same public. I don't know where he got that information from, but I want to leave it at that and say that there is no bad blood. We have a very good working relationship, and there is no time and nowhere did we share this report in public. This report we are sharing with this Senate for the first time. So I just want to make that confirmation that there is no bad blood. This report was not shared with any other party. And then number 3, that these cases are in court. Anyone can move to court, pick these cases, and read and understand why they were withdrawn. So, Chair, I thought before reading the report, I make those few clarifications. So, Chair, our report is based on the request of this Honorable Committee that we provide report on two issues. The first one are cases that were withdrawn after charging, after cases were presented in court by the DPP and were withdrawn by the DPP between 2013 to date, which specifically concerned counties. We are not talking of any other institution. So for that period, we had 18 cases that were withdrawn. And the second table there shows the name of the county and the number of cases that were withdrawn that actually concerned that specific county. So we have the first county, which is Isiolo County, where 3 cases were withdrawn. Makueni 1, Tharaka Nithi 1, Garissa County 1, Turkana 1, Nakuru County 1, Nyeri County 1, Embu 1, Kericho 1.
As listed.
The total 18. So the next table there talks about the year when these withdrawals were done. This shows that from 2013 to 2016, there were no cases that were withdrawn. Then, where we had major withdrawals were between 2023, where we had 5 cases, and 2024, 7 cases, 2025, 2 cases. Now, we have provided the specific cases that were withdrawn with the allegation, the details, the court case details, the action by the DPP, EACC action, and the final column talks about the action by the court. And just as you directed, we may not want to go through each and specific cases unless there is a good reason to do that. I'm willing to go through all of them. Just to say that if you look at case number 1, for example, is the one that talks, the one that concerns Isiolo County Public Service Board, which was withdrawn on 19 September 2023. Then the second one is on Makueni County, is from Makueni County, and the matter was withdrawn on 12 February 2024. The third case, inquiry into allegation of misappropriation of public funds for the construction of Karatina Market in Kiratina Market in.
So maybe let's just sample like number 2. The Secretary said we have the list, so we sample. Now I'm sampling this one. Then CEO would continue presenting. Then you can sample another one. We want really to see what might have happened. Okay.
So let me go through case number 2, Chair, with your concurrence. So if we look at the allegation says inquiry into allegations of abuse of office and fraudulent acquisition of public funds by 6 members of Makueni County Assembly and other county assembly officials for a trip to the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, which had been fully funded by then Member of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Patrick Musimba. So this case, these people were, the trip was sponsored and they claimed allowances. So when the file was presented to the DPP concurred with our recommendation. They were charged. While the case was ongoing, at some stage, if you look at the first paragraph on the court action, the DPP applied to withdraw the case against the 7th accused person, just one individual out of the group. That happened on 13th of February 2023. 1 year down the line, the matter was entirely withdrawn by the DPP. So now that is the scenario we have. When we present a case the first time, there is sufficient evidence in court as per the decision of the DPP. But as the case goes on, the DPP withdraws charges against one individual and then later decides to withdraw charges against the whole group. So in most of these cases, that is a scenario. So unless you want us to...
In such a case, what is supposed to be the recourse? Does it mean then that witness goes scot-free? Yet in your view, he was culpable?
Of course, once charges are withdrawn against a suspect under Section 87A of the Criminal Procedure Code, that person is set free immediately. He's set free. Once a case is withdrawn, he's set free. And the DPP has, under the Constitution, Article 157, to charge, not to charge, to withdraw with the concurrence of the court, or not to withdraw and proceed on to the conclusion of the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Senator Ombo.
Chair, let me understand that case. The honorable member of a parliament then sponsored members of the assembly to go to a trip.
Yes.
Perhaps using his own private money, or I don't know. I don't know whose money he used. And then they were also paid for the same trip by the assembly.
Yes.